Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Chad B, and today we're going to do an unboxing of a drone. I received this in the mail today. Actually, I've received it through FedEx. It arrived today this evening, and I'm excited to open it up. I am a beginner drone enthusiast, and I just purchased a JJRC X12 maybe like 3 weeks ago, and I got a lot of flight time in on that. I did some tests on it, some range tests, and I'll put that link above here so you can check that out as well. But I did a range test on that, and it's a fun drone. The JJRC X12 is a fun drone, fun beginner drone, easy to fly, perfect for newcomers to the drone world. But I don't know, for some reason it felt like I needed to upgrade, and I did. So I ordered this off of Banggood, and I ordered it from the China warehouse, the Chinese warehouse, and I ordered it maybe 6 days ago, and it's already here. So I was kind of impressed with that. But before we get into this, I want to actually thank the people who actually subscribe to the channel. I want to thank you for your support. And also for those who are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you like the video, and also hit that notification bell to know when the next time I post videos. And I will be posting more videos about this drone. I will be doing some tests on it, and then also I will be doing a range test as well, and a couple other things. So don't forget to check that out. It'll be coming soon. So without further ado, let's get into this drone, this package here. Remember, always cut away from yourself. Cut away. All right. So what do we got here? I bet you guys thought it was the Mavic Mini, right? I bet you thought it was the Mavic Mini, but it's not. Nothing against the Mavic Mini, but I wanted. I actually want to get the Mavic Mini. Let's open this package and let's see what's inside. Again. All right. So the box is a little banged up a little. Yeah, it's a little torn here, a little banged up on the side. Yeah, but hopefully everything is intact inside. I hope so. All right, let's see what's in the box. All right, so looks like they have a package list here, everything that should be in the box, with a QR code here. Looks like you just scan it to get the Fimi app, if you want to download the Fimi app that way. You get some instructions here. What's this here? Safety instructions here, and then also your quick start guide here, I guess, your instructions on everything in reference to the aircraft and the remote. You got your remote here. We'll get back to this in a second. Looks like you get some propellers. You get 3 here. I think I count 3 foldable propellers here. And I hope you get some more somewhere. You got your OT, your data connected cables here. What else? You get your charge, looks like a charger. And you get there's another cable, which looks like I got the wrong cable. They gave me the European cable, looks like, and of course I'm here in the US. So I'm gonna, I guess, I'm gonna have to find an adapter, or I'm gonna have to find a cable that'll fit in this little brick here. So that's disappointing, because that actually slows things down now. Now I got to search for an extra cord or get an adapter. That sucks. Put that there. Here's the aircraft here. And it looks like, yeah, here we go. 3 more propellers here. Yep, 3 more foldable propellers. And aircraft. So let me get this box out of the way. It doesn't look like there's anything else in this box. That's it. It's a simple box. Nothing too fancy. Right there. There you go. All right. So let's start off with the remote. Let's start off with the remote first. All right. We'll do this. All right. So it's nice remote. Has a nice little grip to it. Nice little rubbery panels on the side or something like that for your grip. It's nice. Nice antennas. And then it looks like your joysticks are right in here. So you just take these out, and I believe you screw them in like so. Screw those in nice and tight. All right. I guess that's tight enough. And I guess it expands to fit large phones, or maybe like a mini tab in here. I think you can get like a mini tab in here, like a Samsung or Apple tablet in here, like a mini one or something. That's nice. That way you don't have to purchase a mount for it. That's pretty good. Your power button here. I believe if you tap it once, you can see how much power you have in here with the indicator lights here. This is your return to home, and this is, I believe, just a regular flight button. Here's a little joystick here. You can control your menu, I believe, on your app with this little joystick here. And then also you have your auto takeoff and your auto land button right here. You have your little spindle here. I think this is for your gimbal here, and this one on this side is for your exposure. This one kind of rolls freely. This one is spring loaded. Pull it to the left or right, it springs back to the center or something. So I believe this is just for the gimbal. On the back here you have your 2 buttons. I think the left one is for video, and the right one is for your camera. I think so. I don't know. I gotta look. So, but this is a nice remote, RC remote. Definitely better quality than the JJRC I have. I'm not trying to knock the JJRC that I have. I mean, it's my beginner drone, and this is kind of I guess a beginner drone for me too, since I haven't been flying drones too long. So, but this is better quality, and I expect it to be better quality since I paid a little bit more for this drone. So it's very good. I'm very happy right now. All right, let's put this to the side. Let's get to the drone itself. So this is the Fimi X8 SE. On the front here, you have your 4K camera, video and pictures. You have a nice little foam guard here to protect the gimbal. It looks a little cheap, but it'll do the job for now. I did order a gimbal guard for this, and I should be getting it. I don't know. Hopefully, I'll get it, soon. But it's on its way actually. So I'll have a nice little gimbal guard for this little plastic cover the gimbal guard. And then also I got another battery. These batteries aren't cheap. Supposedly I got it on a little discount through Banggood, and it costs $72. I can leave a link to it below for the battery, but it cost me about $73. So this, I guess you fold these, no, I guess you take the bottom ones out first, bottom legs out, and then the top. All right, fold it out like that. You got your motors, nice brushless motors here. Spin it around on the bottom here. Can't but notice the nice little, I'm not sure if this is metal or if I guess it is metal, like an aluminum or something. On the bottom here, this heat plate here. You can't, you notice this right off the bat. I think this is what gives it the weight as well with the battery. But it's a nice heat plate here, nice and solid. You got your optical flow sensor here, and you got your hypersonic sensor there to help it keep itself, stable in the air. I think this is an indicator light here as well in the back, and also indicator lights here on the sides of the motors here in front, and I don't think there's any on the back. So. Nice. All right, so, and also with the battery, it's an intelligent battery, so it gives you, actually if you can see here, once I press it once, you have the indicator lights there indicating how much power is left in here. You got 3 dots. I'm assuming it's, with 3 dots, it's 75% at least, but you never know. But, and the thing that's it has, a couple, like 4 stands on the bottom here with a little rubbery coating on the tips. So what I'm going to do now is actually power up this app and power up the aircraft and connect the app to the aircraft, and if there's any firmware that needs to be updated, I'm going to do that. And I'll come right back to you, and we'll get into the app and all the settings and stuff in there. I'm not going to be too detailed about it. I'm just going to run through all the menus and just show you what's in the app, and that's it. And I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm updating the firmware at the moment, so it's going to take a couple more minutes. It's at 27%, so a couple more minutes and I'll be right back. All right, we're done. All right, guys, we're hooked up to the aircraft, and I'm just going to run through these options here on this app. So starting from the top left and working our way right, you have your altitude here with the arrows pointed up and down, And then with the arrows pointing right next to it, right there, with the arrows pointing left and right, you have your, I guess, your distance between the home point and the aircraft. And right there, as you see, you have your vertical speed and your horizontal speed. Right here, where it says VPU, basically, this is visual positioning, I believe that's what it is. I'm guessing right now. But I'm indoors right now in the basement, and I don't have many I don't have any satellites right now, and it's automatically uh, putting me into VPU mode. So if you hit that or tap that, you'll get your drone stats, and then to the right of that you have your satellite count, which is in red. Next to that you have your FPV signal, and every time you tap on that bar over there, you'll pull up that menu. And to the right of that you have your RC, your controller signal. And then next you have your battery life, and if you hit that, if you click on that, you'll get your battery readout. And then next to that there's looks like a little sprocket. Excuse me. It looks like a little sprocket. You just hit that. That's your main menu. I believe if you hit anywhere on that bar to bring up the main menu. So, but if you hit the sprocket, you also get that as well. Here you can set your limits, your speed limit for flight, your distance limit, your height limit, your height for your return to home. You can also select beginner's mode, sports mode. You have your magnetic interference here. You can see what levels you're at. You can calibrate your compass here. On your fail-safe here, you can set what do you want the aircraft to do once you either lose signal, or you have low battery or something. You can choose what you want it to hover, land, or return home. I prefer return home. Then you can set your home point. You can also set activate precise landing or precision landing. They call it precise landing. You can activate precision landing here. I think I'll turn that on now. You can update your home point when you're using Smart Track. You can enable backwards flying when you doing Smart Track, which is cool. And then the gain and expo tuning, I'm not too sure about that, so I'm just going to leave those alone. Get back in there. Next item, you have your RC calibration, stick mode. Stick mode, I believe you have like 3 different modes, but mode 2 is probably like the most common. That's what I use. And you can set or customize the joystick on the remote to select each direction. You can select whatever you want. So I'm sorry, that's the mode. So right now this one here is already set to map and FPV, so I'm just going to leave everything the way it is. Now, next item is your camera and gimbal, or your gimbal. You can calibrate your gimbal. You can set your gimbal pitch speed, and then you also have some advanced settings here that I'm not going to even mess with here. Then also you have your battery readout here again. Then on the bottom you can access your flight records. Here, this is brand new, just got it, so no flights recorded yet. You can choose either standard map or satellite map. You can switch between metric and imperial units, and then here you can look and see what firmware you have, and if you need to update something, I believe you can update it from here. as well. And then you have your maintenance mode. I'm not too sure about this either, so I'm just going to check IMU. You can check your IMU. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that, so I'll just leave that alone for now. And then you can also, I think, check the gimbal sensor and then flight logs. All right, and that's it for the main menu. Now going down to the right side of the right side of the app here, with these lines here going straight down. This is your camera settings. You can set your EV level. You can either set it to auto or manual. You can adjust your EV levels here. Manual, you can adjust your ISO. For the video, you have your video modes. Video modes is either regular video or lapse. In lapse, then you can choose your time settings on a lapse. All right. You have your format. I'm not too sure about that, but I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Your video size, 4K right now. Choose each one. 4K, you have a maximum of 30 frames per second. With, I think this is 2K. You have a maximum of 30 frames per second. And here you also have a maximum of 30 frames per second. I'm not sure why. Maybe because of the, let's see. Because usually you get more choices for frames per second. I believe it's because I may have taken out the SD card. Actually, yeah, I did take out the SD card, so that's probably why it's not giving me that many choices. Right now it's just 30 frames per second, but I believe the 4K is 30 frames per second and 25 frames per second. The 2K, I believe it's 60 frames per second, and then you have a couple other choices. And 1080p, I believe, is 100 frames per second. And then also there was 720p here as well, but I think because I took out the SD card, that is not giving me those options right now. Sorry about that. Video quality, you have high, medium, or normal. White balance, you have your colors. Let's see what kind of colors we have. Vivid, oh nice. Black and white, you do black and white, film, nostalgic, or nostalgia, and then you have F-Log for those who like to edit their color and everything. So, and then you have style, which you can adjust your saturation and contrast. All right, and then moving on to the other item is, so you can select grid lines here, turn it off and on here, and then your SD card status is here. Like I said, I don't even have an SD card in there, so I can't. All right, moving on down. You can select between video and camera there. And then here's your camera action button there. And then you have your gallery here, your local or camera gallery. This little, looks like a robot. I believe that's what it is. Little robot here. This is where your intelligent flight functions are. So this one comes with a lot. Some good ones too. You have your waypoints, you have your droning, your smart track, your tap and fly, orbit, spiral. Then you have your cinematic mode, your tripod mode, course lock, fixed wing, and your SAR, your search and rescue. All within this little menu there. Then right next to that, you have your auto takeoff, and then your auto takeoff, auto land, and then your return home as well. You can select return home from there. Uh, Coming down here to the bottom, starting with the map, you have your map. You just click on your map. You can enlarge it. Right here to the right of that, I'm not sure exactly what that is. I think pitch angle. I'm not sure. I think that's what that is. Uh, and then next to that is your exposure value level, and then you have your ISO, and then you have your auto. No, I'm sorry. Your shutter. I think that's your shutter speed. I believe that's what it is. And you have the colors here, which is general. And then, of course, my don't have an SD card in there. And then also here's your video size there. All right. And I think I've covered pretty much everything on here for now. And I think, I'm sorry, one more thing. Right below this sprocket up here on the top, right there, as you can see, I believe that's your flight time. I believe that's your flight time. I'm not sure if it's record time or not. I haven't tested it. So I think that's your remaining flight time right there. So yeah, that's good too. It tells you how much flight time you have remaining, I believe. We'll test that out. So, but that's it for the app. All right, guys, that's it for this unboxing. Next step will be to take this out and do a few tests on it. I would like to test the stability, also test some of the intelligent functions, and then and do some comparisons with some other drones. So that'll be coming up pretty soon. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel, and also give this a thumbs up if you like the video, and also hit that notification bell so you'll know the next time I post a video. But in the meantime, go ahead and check out some of the other videos I've posted on the JJRC X12. I've done a range test on that as well, which was pretty interesting. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate the support. And until next time, peace.